This is MFR Off-Road Rider, back with another video. I'm out on Dyerville Loop Road that runs from the Avenue of the Giants by Dyerville Overlook. Comes out and you do the loop and it comes back out onto the Avenue of the Giants farther south. But right now I'm at what they call the McCann Ferry. They used to run a ferry boat across in the wintertime when the river was high. You couldn't get access across the river there, and they still have some of the signs up. I'm sure they don't run the ferry anymore, but I think there's a road that goes around the backside across the river there to get around in the wintertime. Anyway, let's get started. I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for give me thumbs ups, all the positive comments, much appreciated. I'm up to 1,267 subscribers, which is awesome, much appreciated. I'm on my rally today again, of course, and got 6,681 miles. But anyway, they have a bridge that they leave up across here, across the river. I think this is the North Fork, I think, but North Fork of the Eel River, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. But we'll go take a jaunt over that way and then finish out on Dyerville Loop Road that comes back to the avenue. This bridge here is unlike the Shively Summer Bridge. They don't take it out, they just leave it up, and then they have, once the water goes down, they dig it out or whatever they need to do to where you can go across it, clear all the debris and stuff. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Triumph's coming out with an updated or updated version of the Scrambler 400X, and it sounds to me like they've done some upgrades to it, put some spoked wheels on it, and I don't know exactly what else they've upgraded. I don't remember. I watched it a while ago, but anyway, it's supposed to be a little bit more off-road friendly for scramblers, which I wish that they would do. All the manufacturers that come out with a scrambler, except for Ducati, I feel like their scramblers are a little bit more a little too much asphalt or highway based, not enough off-road capabilities. When they bring them out, you know, they put of course the 1917 wheel set, and then they use cast instead of the spoked wheels, which I guess is okay for, like, you know, fire roads and stuff like that. But when you're doing this kind of stuff and hitting big rocks, you want spoke, not cast. Hit the soft stuff here. What's this say? Oh, public access denied beyond this point. Entry granted by contacting some phone number. Well, I guess we're going to turn around now because it's private property. Look at that. Look at that old bike. And some golf clubs. Guess they must hit golf balls out here from here over to the river, I guess. Looks like somebody's been digging some gravel too. Well, that was short-lived. Well, I didn't know how far it went, but I knew it went a ways. Whoa. Let's take the dirt here instead of the gravel. But I just feel like they should spend a little more time or a little more effort on the off-road part when they make a Scrambler, because most people that I better get through this soft stuff here. Most people that buy a Scrambler, they want it a little off-road capable. I mean, I feel like if you buy a Scrambler, you're not going to want to stay on the asphalt the whole time. All they got to do is put on some decent suspension, a little more ground clearance, 2118 wheel set, and that's the basics of all you need. So I don't see it being that big an issue why they couldn't do that, but they don't for some reason. I think they call a bike a Scrambler too easily when it's really not. It's more of a tour, adventure tour, or just a tour bike. It's made for the street. But I like the looks of the Scrambler style. I think they're calling the new 400X 400XC or something. Don't quote me, but yeah, it's a little bit different name, or they added a letter to the model number or whatever. But I mean, you could add some semi-knobby tires onto a Scrambler if it doesn't already come with one. Like, I know the Ducati, oh gosh, the Ducati Scrambler, the 800, it had, I think it had Pirelli Scorpion Rallies on it from the factory, which is a better off-road, 70-30 or 60-40 tire, but it's not the greatest off-road, but it's a lot better than some of the tires that come on the stock Scramblers. They're more road-based than off-road based. So, but I mean, you can always change your tires. That's not that big a deal. But I don't know if you guys caught Chronicles of Solids video he did this week, where he was talking about why he chose the Himalayan over the Ibex 450. I mean, he had legit reasons, I mean, but everybody has their own thoughts on, which is better. But I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I mean, there's positive and negative things about each of them, but they're so similar that you really can't go wrong with either choice. There's just, like I said, there's just so many choices out there now that it would be hard to decide. Because there are so many decent adventure slash dual sport bikes in the mid-range. Whoa, that was loose. Woo! A little dry up here. Haven't had much rain this summer, so it's pretty dry, and we've had some forest fires started by dry lightning storms. I don't think we've had I don't think we've had any storm or any fires started by, you know, accident or things of that nature, because I haven't heard of any anyway. But most of them were started by lightning, and there's nothing you can do about that. I think there's only one major fire, which wildfire that's going, and that they're having a tough time getting it contained, is over by northeast of here in the Orleans area. It's pretty big fire. They said it was up to over 18,000 acres, and it was only like 9% contained. But hopefully they'll get it under control, and we won't have any more of those dry, you know, lightning storms. They said they're supposed to make it easier to get logging permits now, or something. They were going to pass a law saying to make it a little bit easier to log and clear some of this underbrush. I mean, yeah, logging can be harmful to the environment in some ways, but it's definitely helps control the wildfires, because when you log, you take the underbrush out of play, and all the extra fuel like poison oak and all these little bushes and grass and stuff like that. It takes some of the fuel away, as long as they're able to burn the after products of logging, you know, all the branches and stumps and stuff like that. It helps take some of the fuel away from the wildfires, so they're a little bit easier to control and contain. But when you got so much stuff on the ground that's dry fuel, it takes off quick. This is a pretty well maintained dirt gravel road. It's not all dirt and gravel, but this part of it is all gravel, so yeah. But I think they do a lot of they used to do a lot of logging up here, so they maintain it for that reason. And I think that maybe the county maintains it as well, so it's not too bad. Not too bad a shape. Back when I was a kid, when they did logging, they didn't gate off all the roads that they made, but nowadays they have to, because people just go up on private property and tear it up, and then they do dumping. Oh, we're back to the pavement already. But they do illegal dumping of trash and stuff, so that's the reason they ended up having to gate off the roads that they put in to do their logging, which sucks, because as a kid there was a lot more dirt roads open, you know, because people didn't abuse the land as much. Just getting harder and harder to find places dirt roads to ride, except for Forest Service roads, which there aren't any really around here where I live. But I try to find the dirt roads that are public or open to the public to ride on as much as I can. So a lot of times I'll take a dirt road a few times because there's not as many available to ride on. See, those are the slash piles there. After they log, they pile them up, and then in the winter time they burn them. That's a lot of fuel for those fires, wildfires, to burn. So this is the intersection. If you keep going that way, that goes up through Fruitland Ridge, and then you can come out either on Alder Point Road, or you can come out, you can take, oh, stalled it. You can take another fork and come out to, oh, what is it called? Oh man, I can't think of the name of it. You can take another fork and it goes down to the valley, comes out in right before Blocksburg, and then there's another fork, it takes you to Eel Rock. And of course this road dumps you down into the avenue right before Miranda. Alright guys, I'm going to stop and end this video right here. It's all asphalt down to the avenue. I think I've made it long enough. But anyway, I want to thank again all my viewers and subscribers and new subscribers for watching my videos. Give me thumbs ups, all the positive comments, all the comments I get. I try to at least give you a thumbs up or a hearted to your comment. And I post normally on Saturdays or Sundays. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell for the release of my next videos. This is MFR Off-Road Rider. See you on the next one. Later.